All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our Tensorflow course, and we're still going over our understanding visual transformers module. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Now, yesterday, if you recall, the last thing we went over is we were actually, let me get a look here, we were actually adding up all of our positional embeddings so we can add them to our linear projections. So we're just going to pick up where we left off. It was more note taking. We didn't start any coding yet again. We just added a few more pieces to the existing code that we have, but we didn't do anything that we're going to run yet. So it's just pretty much note taking and light reading. So let's pick up where we left off. Now, note that we have all of this. Now that we have all of this, we're ready to add up positional embeddings. We should also note that we are not going to take in consideration the extra input that we have, that zero in the hashtag that we had at the beginning of our linear projections. Let me see if I can go up and show you really quickly what that looks like. If I can find that, I'm not sure how far up it is or if it's even in this module, which it should be because it's all the same module, but it has been a lot of note taking. So maybe a while to shift through everything. I think this is it here. No, this is not it here. That's actually the old code. Yeah, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about with the extra input there, so I can give you a reference. Nah, I don't see it. But if you recall, it was the extra input. It was when we had the linear projection. We had the zero hashtag, the one space, two space, three space, that whole bar there, or our linear projections there that turned into our patches. When I showed you the alphabets to the left, A, B, C, D, that's what we're talking about. Long story short, if you want to go back into the module and see exactly what I'm talking about, you can go back just to get a reference for it. But yeah, so that's what I'm talking about when I say the extra input. We're speaking of that first input of the zero in the hashtag at the beginning of our linear projections is not going to be considered when we're adding the positional embeddings to our linear projections. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So we would add all of our positional embeddings, excluding the extra input, onto our linear projected patches. The positional embeddings will now be constructed using TensorFlow embeddings layer. So we would have our positional embeddings or encoding as described in the paper we referenced. This will be used. This will be used as the variable we use to store our embedding layer. See line 525. When we look at the documentation, embedding method is described as such: turns positive integers indexes into dense vectors of fixed sizes. Let me show you 525 really quickly so I can see exactly what we have that implemented at. So I can show you exactly what we did here. So you can see here we have our self.positional embedding equal embeddings layer. So this is going to handle our layer, so or our embedding. Say this is going to handle that, and we're going to initialize it eventually, but we're not doing that tonight. We're just actually building our code around everything so we can get everything up and going. So that's that part there. Let me see what else do we have. Like again, basically that's what we did all night. We took notes, like I said, we didn't implement any new code. We're just building on the code that we already do have. So we didn't implement any new code that we're going to be running. So we're just going to be doing light reading and note taking probably for the next day or two until we start building more on the code. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.